Hello everyone, this is Adam for RealHomeRecording.com. This is the very first Audio Skeptic Society video, and in this one I'm going to review the Shure KSM8, which is a premium handheld vocal microphone. That's its primary purpose. For those of you who don't like to watch really long videos, I'm just going to say it outright at the very beginning. This is a quality microphone. It goes for about $500 street price at the time of this video. It has everything that I thought it would have, with the exception of one thing, and that is protection against popped peas. And you could probably hear that as I'm talking into the microphone, how bad the popped peas are. That was the one letdown with this microphone. Everything else checked out fine. I would highly recommend the mic for those of you looking for a premium mic, if not for the popped pea issue. That's the number one rule for me, for somebody who's done live sound. I obviously do studio music, recording as well, and popped peas are nasty. A few weeks ago, Donald Trump, who's running for the president of the United States of America, he was actually angry at the sound guy for having a microphone with popped P issues. It's a big deal. It sounds terrible, and it can blow out speakers. Besides it sounding unprofessional, it can blow out speakers. So if not for the popped P's problem, this microphone will get my seal of approval. Whatever the Audio Skeptic Society seal of approval is, a big donkey. I don't know. Okay, this is popped peas without the gray windscreen that's normally on the ND767A. Check 1, 2, 3. Popped peas, popped peas. This is the KSM8 popped peas. Now I'm going to put the windscreen on. Popped peas, KSM8 with the foam piece on the microphone. Popped peas, plosives, people. Yes, indeed. Let's check it out. Seriously though, this microphone sounds great with the exception of that, and I highly recommend checking out some of the videos that I posted that have different samples of the microphone. I recorded drums, acoustic guitar, even though condenser microphones are better for that purpose. I wanted to check out how good it sounded. I listened to how good it sounded in isolation with an acoustic guitar, vocal arrangement, live arrangement, as well as how good it sounds when there's noise, compared to my favorite microphone, the ND767A. And let's see, I did drums, acoustic guitar, clean electric guitar, and I did a few tests on the various claims. So definitely check out those videos. Those are an extension of this video, which I'm going to keep as brief as possible, and that's I'm going to go on Shure.com's product page. I'm looking at the iPad right now. I'm going to look on their product page and just read how they describe this mic, because that's what we normally look for. When we're consumers, we're looking for, how does a company advertise if there's no other reviews out there. Okay, so they make a big deal that this is a dual dynamic microphone. That's great. It does. Actually, let me just read through this, because there's a reason they have the dual dynamic feature. So, achieving the sound quality demanded by elite performers and venues no longer requires sacrificing the rugged reliability of a dynamic microphone. The KSM8 Dual Dyne features a patented cartridge design with 2 ultra-thin diaphragms and groundbreaking reverse airflow technology. Here are a few more of the technological advancements that make the KSM8 Dual Dyne a game changer in live sound. Unmatched control of proximity effect means a huge sweet spot. I tested this. It's true. This microphone does have a good proximity. The off-axis rejection is nice and clean. The proximity effect is minimized. I was actually very surprised by that. I did a number of tests, and you can see that test in another video. But absolutely, this thing delivered as far as proximity effect control is concerned. Accurate flat frequency response greatly minimizes the need for EQ and processing. I I semi agree with that. At least for my voice, I had a 200 hertz peak with this microphone that certainly needed to be EQ'd out. Otherwise, it just sounded way too boomy. But as far as having a microphone that's flat, I would say it's mostly flat to my ears at least, which is a good thing. It doesn't sound dull. It doesn't sound too bright. The sibilance is controlled. I ran it through my Pro DS, my FabFilter Pro DS plugin, and there was a lot less sibilance to reduce compared to like the Shure SM7B, for example. This had a lot less of that, which was nice. Tris cardioid polar pattern available. Controls bleed for more natural sound. I can't say I agree. I can't say I disagree with that. There's no way really for me to measure cardioid pickup patterns. I can just say that, like I said, but the off-axis frequency response, which is like when you go like this, I could even test it right now. So I'll up the gain right now so you can hear what this sounds like off-axis. Most microphones would sound terrible right here. So how does this sound to your ears? You be the judge. Okay, then they go into the history of their different Unidyne diaphragms. I don't really care about that. Okay, dent resistant hardened carbon steel grill, lined with hydrophobic woven fabric for exceptional protection against wind, plosives, and water. I've already said my piece about the plosives, but it can't be said enough. Popped peas in live sound, big thumbs down from me. I would give it a thumbs down with my other hand, but I have the iPad in it. As far as the hydrophobic, which basically is waterproof or water resistant, I wouldn't dunk this in a jug or anything, but certainly there is some kind of weird material on the inside of the grill that unfortunately is hard to photograph. But I've been told that basically if you got to clean this mic, all you have to do is wipe the outside of it. You don't have to wipe the inside or dunk it in water. You can if you want to, and then let it air dry. But as far as that's concerned, it's good, and it does twist off no problem. The only thing I wouldn't have done is they put the Shure logo on the actual windscreen. I would have put the Shure logo on the main part of the microphone so that it lines up with the KSM8 model number. But that's just an aesthetic thing that's very minor. As far as the looks of this microphone, it looks nice. It looks classy. They also have a airbrushed metal, not airbrush, whatever it is, the aluminum looking microphone that looks kind of cool. Patent pending diaphragm stabilization. Protecting and stabilizing the active diaphragm during plosives and impact, the DSS greatly reduces high frequency handling noise. I absolutely agree with that. I put this thing through a really good test about how good the handling noise was, and it passed with flying colors. Absolutely, I agree with that statement. But the plosives, absolutely not. Controlled proximity effect, I already said yes to that. Reimagined Shure pumping pneumatic shock mount, an elaborate architecture of tuned cavities, specific resistances, and precisely machined components is fully integrated into the cartridge's acoustic properties, dramatically reducing handling noise without loss of low-end response. And like I said, absolutely, I agree with that. The only low end issues I saw were in like the inaudible range. Basically, on most mixing boards, even the cheap ones, they have a low pass filter. A low cut filter. High pass, high pass filter. Did I say low pass? Anyway, I meant high pass filter, low cut. You can cut it right around. The one I have is at 75 hertz. If you cut the mic, which I would normally do anyway, it eliminates handling noise. All the handling noise was below 60 hertz from my frequency response analyzer. So awesome stuff. And then they have a bunch of different reviews for the mic, which I'm not going to get into, but different guys saying different things. Like I said, guys, the only issue, putting the iPad down. The only issue with this mic is the pop Ps. And also, if you guys saw my unboxing video, the connector wouldn't go in all the way. It wouldn't click in. But I did see a video by Sweetwater where they were using a Neutrik connector, and they were using a different microphone. They were using the metal looking one, the brushed metal. That's what it is, brushed aluminum look. And it went in fine, I would assume, but they also had the popping Ps problem. So I don't think this is a problem just for this microphone that I have. I think the popping Ps Shure needs to go back to the drawing board and fix whatever the problem is. If they got to shove some more material, right here to reduce that, then that's what they need to do. But it's a serious problem, and that's why I can't recommend this microphone for vocals, but I can recommend it for recording guitar amps, interviews where you don't have the microphone right in front of your face like this. Let's see, what else? It sounded fine on drums. I didn't like the way it, because of the wider pickup pattern, I honestly would not use it for like snare drum. I would use it for underside snare, the bottom mic. It could be used for the floor tom as long as you angle it away from the other drums. I love the way the floor tom sounded, and it did make the medium tom drum sound fine as well. That's how it actually was tuned. So I think if the tuning was different, then I would have loved that as well. So as far as the way it sounds on these different instruments, and then when I use it as a close room mic, oh my god, it's like it just shined a spotlight on just the drums. And this bedroom that we recorded in was nothing special, although it does have bare floors, bare wooden floors, real wood. It's an older house, so none of this like linoleum or whatever the hell it's called. It was legit wooden floors. I couldn't guess how big maybe 20 feet wide, not wide, 20 feet long or 15 feet long, something like that. So like a medium-sized bedroom, not a master bedroom, but like a medium-sized bedroom with drums. Nothing special. We're not in a studio or anything. We're actually in, like we always say, a real home studio, which is oftentimes your bedroom. And that was a true test, and it sounded great, surprisingly, as a drum room mic. But for its primary purpose, which is live vocals, I cannot recommend this microphone, especially for its price point. And even at its price point, I probably, or even less than its price point, I don't think I could recommend it either. I'm gonna look at my notes and see if I missed anything, but I pretty much said everything there. But like I said, I'm gonna look at my notes and come back if there's anything else. Okay, I did leave out something, and that's pretty important. I did shoot this microphone out with a Shure SM57 and a Shure SM7B. And what I was hoping for was that this would either equal or surpass the performance of the 7B, which is my favorite microphone for voiceovers. And you can't really I guess you could have a SM7B on stage, but it's a really big microphone and it's not really easy to hold. And I am happy to say that this microphone absolutely performed as well. Although it does have a different sound versus the 7B, it does perform as well, with the exception again of the popped Ps. I keep harping on that because I'm hoping that Shure does in fact do something with the windscreen, because that part can be replaced, and they can upgrade the windscreen in some way that it addresses that problem. It's a serious issue, but like I said, it also outputs about 12 decibels louder than the 7B, so you don't have to push your preamp up as high. And also the 57, it's about 10 decibels louder than the 57, which again, it's It sounds good. I wish I had a SM58 to compare it to, but I sold that a few months ago. Not because it was a crappy microphone, but just I needed the money. So anyway, yeah, that's about it, guys. If you got any questions about the microphone, definitely leave them in the comments below. Again, this was the very first Audio Skeptics Society video, and what that means is I bought this microphone with my own money. This was not sent to me by Shure. I am not allowing Shure or any other manufacturers that I talk about in these Audio Skeptics Society videos to quote me in the review. I also don't have sponsorships at all. I have no sponsorships, and I don't do any referral links. I'm not a dealer. I don't sell anything. The only money that's coming through is by YouTube ads. And that's it. There's nothing else. Maybe one day I'll ask for donations or something, but as Real Home Recording increases in subscribership, in viewership, I don't really have to do the Patreon thing or the PayPal donations. You guys watching and not blocking ads and not skipping ads is really what keeps us going. So I hope you guys like the review, and I will have more Audio Skeptics Society videos in the future. This has been Adam for RealHomeRecording.com. Oh, and if you're wondering why I'm wearing a beanie, or whatever this is called, a wool hat indoors, it's because I'm in desperate need for a haircut.